What is going on? We're up to game number 3. Currently up 2-0 versus Neymar. In this one, we are on the map Alfheim. Neymar picks it as the loser. And I'm looking at my god draft going, wow, I could play Kronos here. Very good. I could play Nuwa here. Very good. I could play Freyr here. Very good. I could play Hades here. Very good. Every single one of my gods for this map are really, really good. I'm actually surprised he picked Alfheim, because his gods, I would say, I mean, if I look at what he's going to pick, I'd say the most likely is Shenong, with the idea of like using how-to and playing very defensive, using the cliffs and things like that. Loki, very rare to see on Alfheim. Gaia, maybe Gaia, just on the fact that she's very boomy and she can make it work there. That being said, when you look at the gods that I've got, the only god that I don't want to pick Gaia into, sorry, I don't want to pick into Gaia with, is probably Kronos. I'd say like these three gods are pretty good versus Gaia on Alfheim. Kronos is like, at best, meh. Like 50-50. So I can rule Gaia out. I could rule Loki out, which left Shenong and Fushi. And I was like, okay, what's the best god versus Shenong? And I was thinking, it's probably Freyr. I could go Kronos, but why risk it with the fact that maybe they can pick Gaia and snipe the Kronos? Let's just go Freyr. Freyr's good into everything except Loki here. Even then, Loki isn't like a terrible matchup. It's playable for Freyr. It's just hard. So yeah, we're gonna go with Freyr against this, and I expect Shenong, and I get Fushi. So not what I was expecting, but not terrible. I think this is a little bit harder than against Shenong for Freyr, but it's still okay. So I'm like happy with the matchup. So let's jump into the game. And talk you through the process here a little bit. So we're going to jump in here onto Alfheim. We've got, I know this first thing here, we've got forward food. So I do need to be careful here. The fact of the matter is, one thing that Fushi can do is advance really quickly and harass with pioneers. So what we need to do as the Norse player is to block our base up and prevent them from entering. They can't do anything with the Pioneer Rush if they can't get into our base. So I'm looking here, I'm scouting around, trying to see what sort of a map we've got. Found a relic here, Skulls of Cercipes. This is an S tier relic for Freyr. I'll talk about why a little bit later. I'm looking here at this position going, okay, I've got a wall here, I've got a wall here, and we're really good. I've also got the idea of a temple here and a house here so that he can't break through easily onto my gold mine. It gives me some time to defend. So I'm like, okay, this is actually totally fine. The one thing I do have to be fairly cautious of is when he advances to make sure that my animals aren't close to this area if I'm going to go for this block off. So I'm running up, checking town centers, checking relics. We've got Blanket of Emperors. So this isn't the most useful because the damage that he's doing is actually pierce damage with his fire archers. So it doesn't really help against them, unfortunately. It's good against the siege, obviously, but against the fire archers, doesn't do a whole lot. Town center in the middle has some decent stuff here. Back gold mine, hunt over here, not bad. We come over here, we see the gold mine on the side. So, okay, so now we've got gold at the top, we've got gold over here. And if our opponent wants to do any sort of crazy one town center idea, we're probably going to be okay by just slapping some walls down and playing some delay game if necessary, right? So I'm starting to feel really, really comfortable about the map after I've spotted what I've seen. I know that this town center over here is also going to have hunt berries. So if he goes for a fast second town center, which maybe he will, on the back side, then great. We can take either one of the middle town centers. All we have to do is wall off and then grab, right? And then we're going to be completely fine. The other thing that I'm thinking here is if he takes a forward town center, then it's really close to our base. If he takes a forward town center, it's really close to our base. It's really hard to defend with one wall when I've got portable rams. This town center here is really open as well, so he can't really defend. But if he goes for this one, what's he going to do? He's going to wall here. He's going to wall over here. I'm going to walk forward with portable rams, knock this down, and I can take this out. So I think, okay, my plan here is pretty locked in already, just from knowing the matchup, knowing the map. I go, if he's going to grab a forward town center, we're going to ram rush. If he's going to take a back town center, we're going for one of the middle town centers and taking the game a little bit longer. So we get everything set up here. We get our cheeky little walls going so that he can't enter. And I think I make my first mistake here. You know, I was talking about I'm concerned a little bit with the elks. I'll let my villagers shoot this right here. I shouldn't have. I should have tapped this wall just a little bit. And now I realize I made the mistake here and I moved the elk as far as I possibly can away from the cliff. I realize I make the mistake. I fix it, but I should have knocked this one back as well with the Ulfsark or the Berserk and then finish the wall. It would have taken one whack with the Berserk. It would have been fixed. And I wouldn't have been in this position where he's starting to harass me. It's a very, very small amount of damage. I'm trying to just say, okay, let's just take as much of this hunt as we can, take a little bit of HP, move away very slowly, play very, very slow here, and we're all good. Okay, so this we see the early pioneers, totally fine. I'm just going to pull back. He can't hit us on this 14 range. We can move on to the other side of the thing. It's fine. Our Draugr spawns here, unfortunately. I probably should have garrisoned it into the temple. I've been getting caught out with my myth units a little bit when I advance and there's heroes on top of them, so I got to be a little bit more careful with that. But anyways, we get the house up. We're going to go for a long house. He can't really do much with this elk. This elk here's got 33 food. I don't care. Going to drop our Asgardian hill fort, and now we're going to wander all the way up and grab this relic. I was talking about how this is an S tier relic for Freyr. Why is it an S tier relic for Freyr? Well, take a look at my ability to scout right now. I don't have the time. I can't really do it. I've got a beautiful Hun hero, by the way. I can't really scout. What I can do, if I have this relic, is all of a sudden I've got 6 scouts. And I'm going to see exactly what my opponent's doing, and I can react. I don't have to make, make any sort of problems here. Now, yeah, that's basically what happened, and great. And here is... I want to talk about this. I'm going to pause. There is one thing that I need to clean up in my gameplay. This is inexcusable. What is it? I don't check my town center enough because I'm used to this villager auto queue thing. And when I'm playing as Norse, I do try and make sure I'm getting the right villagers out. I sent these villagers over to food. This gatherer was probably meant to go over onto wood. I'll talk about why a little bit later. Was probably supposed to go over to wood here, but I sent him or her over onto the food over onto this side, I think. And then this dwarf comes out, and I don't queue up villagers. Disaster. Absolute disaster. You can't do this in a tournament game. This is inexcusable. As much as I want to be like positive and happy about what we're doing, I think my strategy is really, really good. This is not, you can't, this is, yeah, no. So my monkeys come out. I see the settlement. I'm basically committed. I basically, because my plan is already locked in my brain, I'm committed to it. I'm committed to it. And I'm looking up at my resource count going, dude, I got so much food. Why do I have this much food? I move out and I go, ooh, do we go for a town center here? At this point, given, if I'd noticed the idle town center right now, I might have considered canceling some Huskar, coming over here, dropping the walls, going for the town center, and then just taking this game a bit longer. Because this is a lot of loss. This is a lot of lost resources here. Nonetheless, I try to come around and snipe the chillin', but he's too quick. And yeah, we're just going full in. And I think I start the villagers up around. I still don't start them. God. Okay, so here's the thing. Against Fuxi, against China, I don't know how I built a Herman here. Against China, the only unit I want to build, the only units I want to build in the classical age are Huskarl, Throwing Axeman, and Hersa. And maybe Draugr. Probably not Draugr, actually. As now we go for the... That's like 7 minutes. Jeepers. We go for the cows here to get the favor to get this upgrade in so that we can start making our rams. And I'm like, wow, I got so much food. Let me build a whole bunch of berserks. These are technically useless because they're going to die nearly instantly to fire archers. So this is just me trying to spend my resources, to be honest. I shouldn't have had the resources in. I should have had a lot more wood in. I should have been able to afford a lot more Huskarl here. But at this point, I go, well, I've already committed to my strat. I could bail on it and go for the town center at this point and just sort of try and make up for the fact that I don't have anything going here. And I say, all right, we're going for this big all in. I'm going to take the villagers off of food here. I'm going to take them over onto wood, and we are going to spam as many units as we can. I even spam out a whole bunch of berserks here. Again, unnecessary. They probably should have been Hersa instead of berserks, but I just wanted as many units as I possibly could have for the push. And yeah, we get ourselves these portable rams out. And we're ready to start going. I haven't really scouted much more of my opponent. He's scouting my town center. Obviously, I'm not there. And he's got to know that something's coming for him. And you can see I got 6 throwing axemen. It's not really enough. I got 6 Huskarl. Not really enough either. I got 3 portable rams. That's my go button. Once I get to 3, it's time to go. And I can imagine right now, if this was maybe, let's just say this was like 10 throwing axemen, 10 Huskarl, and like 5 Hersa with 3 portable rams. This army would be so scary. And I'm pretty sure I can get to that by this stage of the game. But nonetheless, we are going to charge in and see exactly what's happening. I'm praying that he's maybe going for a fast heroic here and doesn't have any units. I see all the buildings. And he does have a whole bunch of units here. I immediately peel off with my Huskarl to try and zone. Can't really get onto them because there's too many units there. Pull him back. And we're looking to try and get my rams onto this town center, take down his buildings, because I know that at this stage it's going to be challenging for him to be pumping out all of the fire archers and have multiple buildings here. So we charge in over here. The chillin' is a really big tank, portable rams to take out the buildings, and we are just trying to allow the portable rams the time on the town center, targeting down these Dallas swordsmen. Can't get my Huskarl on top of the fire archers, unfortunately, but we do kill all the chillin'. He pops out with the Quaofu. We take the town center down. He gets himself out, the terracotta riders, to take down my throwing axeman, and we barely kill the town center. Barely. This is not good for me in the slightest right now. This is actually really, really bad. I got to pull back out. The Najjar over here does get taken out. I can kill off the terracotta riders now that they're low on HP. He has no military. Well, he's got 1 military building in it at the moment. And he's in panic mode, right? He has to pull back. So he's so far in front on villages. I have the tiniest bit of lead in the military. I'm trying to pump units, but I've run out of gold as I'm moving over to the very far gold mine here. So this is not ideal either. And I'm just like, okay, if I can take down the military camp, I can slow down his production even more, giving me just a little bit more time. And we're just going to try and not fight him. And maybe we're going to regroup and see what happens. Luckily, we get some more relic monkeys out so they can help out with a little bit of presence on the front. And from here, having taken the town center out, there's two options to move forward. Option number 1 is to just mass units and try and take another fight here while he is struggling to produce units. I think I made another mistake here. Actually, let me just check. 14 plus 14, 30, 28. That would take me up to 39. So I need another 10 favor, 11 favor to get to another fortress, which is what I would need here to actually make sure I can get my Huskarl numbers out. So I don't think it was a mistake, but I don't think it was the optimal play either. I probably should have waited. Now I'm looking for raids. He's got units over here. We can't get in here, so we got to run away. The one weakness of the Chinese army here is their move speed. So what I'm looking for to try and bring myself back into this game, because while the score is in my favor here, I am not winning this game. This is not me, and I'm not in a good position. I'm looking for villages here, looking to take down buildings, looking to slow him down. Killing off these houses seemingly has done a lot of damage to him as he pulls out, and I have to respect, pull back, get some more units. He does manage to pick off a portable ram, which is good for him. I don't want to engage or anything at the moment. I do have my armory up. Why am I getting armory upgrades? I'm not building armory upgrades, which is a little bit odd. Also, you'll note that I've been moving my villages around like non-stop, trying to manage my economy better, and it's just been inefficient to say the very least. As now my goal is to get to A gear. I want to get some great halls down, and I want to get myself some Goaty out. Goaty, really, really good against the Chillin. I don't have an answer for the Chillin in the classical age if there's a huge amount of them. So the answer is get to the heroic age and get some Goaty out. As my Huskarl can come down to the bottom here. And we're just looking for any amount of, literally any amount of villages. If I can pick off some villages here, this is what I need to get me back in the game. And I do manage to catch him out. He runs away. I'm going to try and just pick off as much as I can. Get a cheeky wall up here. He does a really nice job of blocking this wall. I probably should have just bailed on it and just gone for the villager kills. I got literally one villager there. That should have been more than that. But at least we got some damage. And we can pull back. And we're looking to effectively set up in the center of the map here with a fortress as soon as we can. I see his army is mostly Dao swordsmen still. He's not going to the next age just yet. So I know I'm not having to face up against White Horse Cavalry, which if he gets to White Horse Cavalry, we do need to get into... that was unfortunate. I ran my Huskarl to their doom. Another unfortunate play. I was too distracted trying to get a multi-raid off, and for some reason I sent my Huskarl the wrong way. Don't know why. Not ideal either. So now we're actually behind in population, and he can make a lot of problems here. We do have these beautiful Revenant Draugr, and he doesn't really have, he does have a lot of pioneers actually, and I'm forced to drop my Tempest here because I can't win this fight. And he drops Vanish. This is something I was sort of ready for. There is a, if you do this perfectly and you got a Rock Giant, there is a counter to the counter, so to speak, which is run the Rock Giant in, get the taunt, or basically run the Rock Giant in, don't taunt, click Tempest, and as soon as he hits Vanish, then manually click Taunt, and you can make all of the units pop out from the Vanish. I got it onto the Chillin, which is fine, but yeah, not ideal, obviously. We don't get full value. We do actually get a lot of kills here from this. I'm a little bit surprised at how strong this God power is. It's doing each shard 5 Pierce, 5 Divine. He lost a couple of units here. Actually, he lost a lot of units there. And we're actually in front of military again. But now we can grab the town center. Idea here is if he wants to push out, now we have Ghoul and Bursty to buy us even more time. I'm just trying to buy time to get upgrades in, get my Goaty out, and get more units. So town center comes down. Let me turn this off. He's making an approach. He'd actually sees it, maybe with the... I'm not sure if he sent a thing in or not, but... He sees it, and we're just going to ignore his army, and he has to do this. He has to force out the Ghoul and Bursty, otherwise life is challenging for him. He retreats back, and he's still too close, so we get a huge amount of value with the Ghoul and Bursty here with the special. For some reason, I didn't send a whole lot of units flying, and he doesn't actually take that much damage, so maybe it was a little bit of a waste from me, but buying time is the name of the game here. Pushing into his main base and throwing up some hill forts right here is the next stage of our game plan, and he's still got a villager lead right now, mind you. So right now, the only thing keeping us going in this game is the fact that our God powers have gotten us a lot of value, which does mean that when he hits the heroic age, say he goes through, well, he doesn't have Fey Beasts, but what could he do? say he, well, I guess if he goes for forest protection and he just gets a really nice forest protection to defend the next push, and I make a big mistake trying to like fight a fight that doesn't really work for me, then I think I'm still in trouble here. I think he's actually still winning at the moment. So as he is technically still winning, I need to get more raids in. I'm popping back over to this side. His army is over here, which is perfect for me. I know he can't really push through the hill fort with what he's got, so now we can get over here. We spot some villages. He has a really nice wall here that he can retreat through. I'm trying to get in and block, but can't manage to do so. And he can actually do a little bit of a ring around the gate here, and I'm trying to get some things. I see the Quailfu leave the villages for the time being there. Trying to get in and kill off this Quailfu. He's so fast! Get back here, Quailfu! I'm searching for villages over here. Did he hide these? No, he pulled back. So he pulls back over onto this, and we don't get the Quailfu either. He gets the villages back. So really, really nice defense from Neymar there, as I can pull back now, and I'll take the middle town center. And effectively, once I get the 2 middle town centers, now the onus is on Neymar to make something happen. He's still got an economic advantage. I still didn't kill off a single villager there. Like, I don't know, a little bit unlucky maybe, but my Huskarl decided they wanted to walk a funny way there. But we get back. Town center will complete here. And again, once the town center's up, he can't really fight. I got Feasted for Renown, so my units are all getting held up. And we're just trying to rotate his army around and get values somewhere. So with the town center up, we've now got 1, 2, 3... plus 2 hill forts, so we're looking at 5, so 2.5 food per second now. And I can start thinking about actually taking villages off of food and going full onto wood and just spamming these hill forts to try and find us the most advantage we can. So another hill fort up here, just behind the forest, to get us some healing underneath this. Remember, I assume forest protection is coming, so if I can get a hill fort going with his forest protection, then all of a sudden we've both got like the 1 HP a second healing while he's getting extra damage going on with that. And then at least I've got a little bit of something going on. As he pushes around onto this side, and we go, okay, I'm not going to fight you in a choke. I want to fight you in this nice open area. I'll move over onto this side. I'm at full pop right now. I got some really good upgrades. Bronze armor, not the most important. Do I have... I don't have bronze shields in, unfortunately, but... he's looking to take a fight right now. He hits the heroic age. Now he's got his thing. He's going to drop the forest protection. You can actually see that I've got some... can I see this? I got a little bit of healing on this as well from this hill fort. So this is actually fine for me to sit. If we take a quick look at the forest protection, this is doing 3 HP a second. I'm getting 1 or 2 HP a second from these. So it's pretty close. He's also doing a huge amount of damage by snaring me up, but so long as my units are actually attacking during the snare, it's not the biggest of deals. I got full pop, I got the military, I got the tech advantage. We clear up the front line, the Huskarls onto the back line, able to break through everything else here, and he does tap out. So I got away with one here. This I don't think I should have won this game. We got away with one. The village, the idle town center time here. The berserks mixed into my army for whatever reason. These things were very, very big mistakes. And I think Neymar, maybe if he just got this walled off on this spot, had less idle time from my raids, was able to defend a little bit better on this position over here. He did a great job of not losing villages, but if he didn't have the idle time caused, I think he probably would have managed to get heroic age much earlier, got into heavy archers, been able to make himself a ballet, and then probably gone into some white horse cavalry to frontline with the Dow swordsman and a lot more fire archers. And I think I would have had to really make something happen here. I think it would have been a very, very challenging game for me to win. But I think I got very lucky that I managed to kill the town center. I think I got very lucky that he didn't punish me in the middle of the map when he kind of had an equal military. I think I got very lucky they didn't have the military infrastructure to rebuild the buildings. And I also got lucky that he didn't quite finish off the walls up here and got caught on this position one too many times. So a lucky third game win here, and we win the series in 3 games, which is nice. I think I got very lucky with the matchups as well in this series, so it made things a little bit more one-sided than I think it should have been. I think Neymar's pretty good, but yeah, we've got some good matchups here, and also some good relics as well, mind you. But yeah, our next matchup is against Chemo on Sunday at 12 GMT unless something changes. So definitely come and support. I'll be streaming my point of view. I turn the camera off, and I turn the chat off, and I turn my microphone off. Full focus. So definitely come and support if you feel like it. Otherwise, wait for the review, which I'll put out probably on Monday or post the game. We'll chuck them out then, and hopefully we get a win. I don't necessarily feel good about Chemo. I think he's one of the strongest players in the game at the moment. Definitely the strongest in the group, with the exception of Rappel, who I think on any given day can perform miles above everyone else. But yeah, Chemo, I've played a lot, and he has my number. If we take a look at the stats on AOMstats.io and our ranked games, he's definitely got my number. So we'll do our best against him. Hopefully we can have a good series. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, definitely leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.